Hello again. I thought today we would look at Elvis vinyl bootlegs. Now, the bootleg recordings in the 70s and 80s were a way of listening to unreleased Elvis recordings, mostly live, with recordings from television shows which hadn't been released on album. On the whole, the sound quality was not that great most of the time, but it was just exciting to hear something that you weren't supposed to be listening to. That all changed in 1979 with the release of a box set called Behind Closed Doors. For the first time, the bootleggers had access to studio session recordings, excellent quality, great performances. In a way, this was the first FTD. Today, of course, what is a bootleg? With the lapse in copyright in Europe on a lot of Elvis's recordings, it's open season for companies to put things out. So I've taken my bootlegs off the shelf, so this is in no particular order. So To Know Him is to Love Him, and on the front I Walk the Line, Folsom Prison Blues. So again, any fan seeing this would be very excited. Now of course he doesn't sing the whole songs, it's just brief excerpts. But we had live recordings of songs that we hadn't heard live before. And this is on the Black Belt Records label. Which is a plain red label. Now, one of the ironies of this is that today, if you go on eBay, you can buy represses of these, so you could almost say the bootleggers are being bootlegged. The Final Days. So this is Elvis's last concert, 26th of June 77, and it's actually a double album, plain white labels, needs a new sleeve. Now when I bought this, I don't know if the seller was aware because they haven't mentioned it, but tucked inside was this brochure, The Last Few Months, containing photographs from Elvis's final concerts. Now, as far as I'm aware, it didn't come with it, but I've left it in there. That's how it came. Loving You sessions. Now when it says Loving You, it literally means loving you. So side 1 is takes 1 to 16 of the rockin' version, side 2 is 17 to 21 of the rockin' version, and 1 to 12 of the ballad version. Now, of course, when this was released, we hadn't heard the rockin' version, and we hadn't had released the ballad version, so this was a very exciting album to listen to. Excellent sound quality. Radio Recorders Revisited, one of my favourites. I remember receiving a letter from Holland, which came as a surprise. I imagine that they got the addresses through the fan club, and they said, we're producing bootlegs and you can order them from us. So of course it was a bit of a risk sending money off, but I did, and this arrived. And it's fantastic. Laurel Records, the Laurel label, unreleased studio outtakes from the Kid Galahad sessions, fantastic quality, fantastic outtakes. Oops. That's that. One Night in Portland. It's a live album, 1970, and oops, I don't know if you'll be able to see, lighting's not very good. Wednesday the 11th of November 1970, 8:30 PM. That's alright. I Got a Woman, Love Me Tender, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, Sweet Caroline, Polk Salad Annie, Johnny Be Good, Fats Domino's Hill. Why on earth they called it that, I don't know. I Regret the Art, The Wonder of You, Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Suede Shoes, Hound Dog, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Funny How Time Slips Away, Count, Falling in Love. A really good show. Welcome Home Elvis. So here we have the Frank Sinatra special, including radio spot announcement for Frankie and Johnny, very oddly. And on the B-side are various recordings, studio and live. But again, the Frank Sinatra special Elvis performances hadn't been released. The Burbank Sessions. So this is volume 2. And volume 1. So this contained the complete 2 sit-down shows and the 2 stand-up shows that were recorded in 1968. And what's nice is that with them, if I can see them, they're in here somewhere, it came with reproductions of the tickets. They are in there. Or did I put them both in one? Okay. So, souvenir photo album. Just pictures from the special. And then this envelope, which contains reproductions of the tickets to get into the taping of the shows. Complimentary tickets not to be sold. That's a nice touch. Put it back so they don't get lost. Again, perfect sound quality. From the Waist Up. Great cover. So on here we have performances from Ed Sullivan and Steve Allen shows. And in this one we have this poster, censored, and there's Ed Sullivan, son of a bitch, and an adoring fan in the background. Right. Long Lost Songs. Not a very good picture of Elvis there. So again, these are live performances. Just Pretend, It's a Matter of Time, Tiger Man slow version, Down in the Alley, Such a Night, Loving You, Crying in the Chapel, Rip It Up, Roses Are Red, I'll Be There, You're the Reason I'm Living, and side 2, Crying Time, San Antonio Rose, Where No One Stands Alone, God Calls Me Home, and then Blue Suede Shoes, Young and Beautiful, Violence Tonight, If You Love Me Let Me Know, recorded in Las Vegas 76, and Folsom Prison Blues, I Walk the Line, with improved sound quality, it claims. Softly As I Leave You. So this is 12th of December 1976, closing night, Las Vegas. Again, it's a double album. Sound quality is not brilliant, but it is listenable. Now, they went to a lot of effort with this one, almost worthy of RCA. Rock My Soul, piece of paper stuck to the cover, and they've just taken some recordings from Elvis on tour. Good times. Never been so good. On the music label. So again, we have a recording Las Vegas, 26th of August 1971. And it includes I'm Leaving. I think is the only song that wouldn't have been available live. Good rocking tonight. Real mono, beware of fake stereo, it says at the top. So again, we've got Sun recordings, and then we've got some Shreveport live recordings, Tweedledee, oops, and The Truth About Me. Now there are outtakes from Sun Records on there. So for example, we've got I'll Never Let You Go Little Darling. The recording engineer's voice heard on tracks 3, 4 and 5 is Sam Phillips. It's been a long time since I've played most of these because of course it's all been released legitimately. The Elvis tapes. Can't actually remember this album. Vancouver. Doesn't say on what's on the. My memory of this is 0. It doesn't actually say anywhere what's on here. I'll find out one day. This is another great one. Again, Laurel, they've made really good albums. In My Way, Wild in the Country and Blue Hawaii studio outtakes, perfect sound quality. I Slipped, I Stumbled, I Fell takes 1 and 6, Lonely Man takes 2 and 3, In My Way takes 5, 6 and 2, oddly. Wild in the Country 2 and 11, Forget Me Never 2 and 3, I Slipped, I Stumbled, I Fell 12 and 13. Hawaiian Sunset take 1, No More takes 4 and 9, Island of Love 1, 2, 3 and 8, Moonlight Swim take 3, Almost Always True 2 and 6, Cannot Falling in Love 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The Little Rock recordings. So this was a live concert. Heartbreak Hotel, Long Tall Sally, I Was the One, Money Honey, I Got a Woman, Blue Suede Shoes, Hound Dog. And the Little Rock radio interview. I don't remember it at all. Memphis Memories. So these are outtakes from the 69 Memphis sessions. And it included for the first time the instrumental of Memory Revival, which of course Elvis never laid down a vocal for. Command performances. So again we have live recordings of My Boy, Trouble, Oh Happy Day, CC Rider, Reconsider Baby, A Hawaiian Wedding Song, Little Sister Get Back, Mystery Train Tiger Man, The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, If You Talk in Your Sleep, Softly As I Leave You, It's Now or Never, Big Boss Man, It's Midnight, Spanish Eyes and My Babe. Of course many of those hadn't been available live at the time. Rough Cut Diamonds, alternate studio takes, 1970. When it came out, fantastic. Elvis in the studio in Nashville, no overdubs. So if you knew where to get these, some of this stuff was available for 20, 30, 40 years before it became officially released. Susie Q, nice cover. So again there are Memphis 69 outtakes and then live outtakes including Turn Around Look at Me, You Can Have Her I Don't Wanna and Susie Q. Elvis Rocks and the Girls Roll. So Burbank studio dressing room rehearsals, which of course weren't available for a long time, and included the bonus song You're the Boss. Another Laurel album, Stepping Out of Line, the Elvis Blue Hawaii sessions. So various outtakes from Blue Hawaii, excellent quality. And last but not least, Rockin' with Elvis New Year's Eve, Pittsburgh 1976. Sound quality not perfect but listenable, but a really well put together album. And of course FTD have released it since. So that's all the bootlegs that I picked up over the years. As I said, living in a small town, they weren't easy to find. A lot of them I actually bought when I went to Memphis in 1984. I deliberately didn't pack my suitcase very full because I was going to buy records to bring back. And I pretty much spent all my money, and I went into a record shop on the last afternoon before we left, and there was the behind closed doors box. I could have cried. It looked fantastic. The tracks on it, fantastic. I had no money left. Of course back then it wasn't like today where you can conjure up money online, so I never did get it. You can still buy it on eBay, it turns up now and then. Sometimes at a reasonable price, sometimes well overpriced. But maybe one day I'll pick it up. So those are the bootlegs in my collection. They have been superseded by FTD, of course. You have to wonder just how much there is left to put out. So that's it for this time. I'll do another little video as well today to show a few pieces I've picked up. So till next time, bye for now.